Hi, my name is Sezee Binti Gorotop from Politeknik Kuching, Sarawak. I'm presenting evaluation. I'm presenting my research study on evaluation of materials wastage and control in some selected building site in Kuching. And this presentation is for International Conference on Multidisciplinary Approaches in Social Science, Islamic and Technology 2020. Okay, for the introduction, my research study is regarding the construction waste in Kuching area. The development of construction industry produces huge volume of construction waste, especially in landfill. Construction waste refer to unused material from construction activities during pre-construction, construction, and post-construction. All construction was generated by human activities and may contribute to the environmental problems. The Construction Industry Development Board (CIDB) Malaysia estimate that construction waste makes up about 30% of Malaysia rubbish in total. This material has become a serious problem especially in environment in many countries around the world. Other researchers also reported that the materials delivered to site are not totally used for intended purpose and end up as a waste on site. A study revealed more than 175,000 tons of construction waste generated annually in Kuching division, and more than 100,000 tons were generated in Samarahan division, which is quite near to Kuching city. The specific objective of the study are to evaluate the wastage and control of construction material in some project site in Kuching area, and it involves finding the most common source of construction waste generation and factors that are contributing to material wastage in some selected building site in Kuching City, Sarawak. The current strategies to minimize construction waste and measures taken to handle waste generated also needs to be identified so that any lacking on the practice could be identified and improved. This study will therefore contribute significantly toward solving and minimizing the common sources and causes of construction waste generated in Kuching area. Okay, for the literature review, I will explain about what is construction waste generally, which is defined as a waste and surplus building materials that are no longer in use. This waste came from construction, demolition, or excavation. Construction material waste are usually produced directly or indirectly during the construction work. Okay, the construction material, according to a study done by Fu in 2013, there are 5 main types of physical waste that is found at site, which is brick, steel, timber, concrete, and packaging waste. Okay, and then for the factors of construction waste, okay, there are 3 factors that I will mention here. The first one is design. A study reported that more attention should be given in waste reduction during the design phase. Whoever involved in any construction project should always keep good communication with client and avoid the last-minute changes. In addition, the waste generated during design process mainly due to poor communication leading to overlapping of design. Okay, and then the second one is management. One of the major causes of construction waste is improper waste management. A lack of waste regulation and improper disposal facilities are the sources of unsuccessful waste management, according to Encourage 2012. In this category, wrong material storage and poor material handling become key factors for physical waste. Apart from this, physical waste does occur due to inappropriate protection strategy used during material storage. Without proper storage management, the material too will end up as a physical waste, according to Fung research in 2017. And then also according to Nezek, incorrect planning and selection of equipment also cause the work to stop and generate waste. Okay, the third one is procurement. Ordering factors caused the highest frequency in a study conducted by Kuching and Browers in 1996. This is quite old reference. I'm sorry, but this is the only source that I can find. Okay, the example of waste generated over ordering materials in construction projects are excessive orders of bricks and concrete mixture that end up as a waste. Sometimes poor ordering of material without specification details and low quality materials also cause the physical waste. Okay, for the impacts of construction waste, by referring to study done by Noor in 2013, the impact of construction waste in environment are unbalanced ecology, change of living environment, potential sewage, depletion of natural sources, energy consumption, and generation of waste. Okay, for the methodology, okay, in this study, clause and question were used and it was administered online and face-to-face. Developer companies that were randomly selected were requested to answer the questionnaire either via Google form or fill in the questionnaire manually. The online administration considered either via the online administrator consists of a web link to the online form, which was a Google form. The questionnaire required information from the respondents regarding the respondents' information, common sources of waste, their cause of waste, and their waste management. For the purpose of confidentially, the respondents and their organization can request to remain anonymous when giving answer in the questionnaire. The data gained from the research were analyzed during descriptive statistics such as the frequency and percentage via the SPSS. Okay, this is the method that I used, and then the result from the questionnaire. Okay, sample size for this study is only 9 because there are some circumstances that, and then only 9 responded. Okay, there are 6 respondents among G7 contractors. 2 respondents are from G1 contractor and 1 respondent are from G3 contractors. The contractors selected are undergoing residential project around Kuching area. The respondent consists of quantity surveyors, engineers, architect, and even site supervisor. Most of them have this is the data that I get. Okay, the respondents' profession, figure 2a, And then figure 2C is experience in building industry. Most of them have 5 to 20 years of experience in construction industry. Findings about the demographic information you can see here. Figure 2A, 2B, and 2C. And then as you can see from my slide before, the respondents of this study are mostly from well-established company which has been awarded as a as a G7 contractor by the CIDB Malaysia. And then there are 5 engineers, 2 quantity surveyors, architect, and supervisor involved. Okay. So sources of construction waste. The source of construction waste are shown in table 2.1. The result revealed that the most common construction waste at site are blocks, packaging, and insulation. This is followed closely in descending order by concrete, sand, bricks, tiles, plasterboard, plaster, cardboard, mortar, aggregate timber, and steel. The packaging source includes the cement packaging, ceramic tiles packaging for finishing works, and timber pallets. Usually, this packaging waste is generated at site during delivery process. The excessive and wasteful cutting of block on site also contribute to the waste generation. This factor also reported in previous study conducted by Fu, Abdurrahman, Asmi, Nagapan, and Khalid in 2013. The highest percentage of waste is also recorded for insulation, and then this is supported. This support the study conducted by the true cost of waste in 2010 that estimated sometimes ordered materials more than needed, which can contribute to insulation waste on site. Okay, the next findings is regarding factors contributing to material wastage. In this study, various factors contributing to material wastage were investigated, and the results are presented in table 2.2. The result revealed that ordering error remarked the most significant factor with 36.4%. Maybe it is covered by this video. And then among 14 factors that had identified, there are 14 factors that I proposed in the study, and then the most significant is the ordering error. Okay, the example of ordering errors such as excessive order of concrete mixtures and bricks or blocks. This was supported in previous study conducted by Nagapan in 2012. About 27, and from this result also about 27.3% of the respondents indicated that the material are not stored properly, and large amount of packaging waste from delivered material as the cause of construction waste increases at site. For instance, cement wrongly stored at open space without proper protection, which can cause the material to be exposed to moisture and rain. Okay, and then this poor storage will lead to the abundant waste generated. Another 18.2% of the response indicate that the construction waste generation are due to poor handling of material during delivery, ordering without specification details, varying in responsibilities of contractors toward waste, and theft of material at site. And then another 9.1% of responses indicate that varying in tandem method and poor handling of material within the site area only are the least factor that contributing to construction waste generation. Okay, next are the strategies used to minimize material wastage. These are the strategies that currently applied by the contractors in Kuching area. The most practiced prevention method that is observed from this study is by storing material correctly on site, which is 72.7%. Most of the companies agree that it is important to provide safe and efficient material storage. The arrangement of storing management needs a good cooperation and coordination between everyone involved in the construction industry. Fails in managing material storage may contribute to the possibility of wastage, as the material can be damaged due to incorrectly stored. The use of trained and qualified operators to use the correct equipment during a task, which is 72.7%, also voted for the most practiced waste prevention. The third most practiced waste prevention at site is by updating schedule promptly on any design changes. It means that any changes in the design, for example, changes in drawings or material use, should be updated to the construction team immediately. The change in the design while construction is in progress can contribute to the production of material wastage. Okay, and then the next one is what are the construction waste control that applied by the developers or contractor in Kuching. A few measures have been identified which have been applied by the selected companies in Kuching in order to limit the amount of construction waste material. Okay, data obtained is shown in table 2.4. Okay, the practice that voted the most of using offsite fabrication, where there are up to 7 companies using it. It is about 63.6% from the total number of companies. The other practice that commonly used are frequent reviews on the work program, regular talk on material storage and handling, increase the site supervision, review on the contract clause and accurate measurements for material use at site. The least used measures are reusing material for other projects and recycling waste material, which is only 66.4% of the selected company used this method to limit the amount of construction waste. Okay, so the conclusion for this study. Okay, the conclusion that can be drawn from this study is that block installation, packaging remark the most sources of construction waste generation in Kuching, Sarawak. Therefore, these wastes are essential and have to be managed properly. The amount of construction waste generated at construction site is much depend on various factors. From the result obtained, ordering errors remain the most significant factor to the waste generation. Hence, it is recommended that proper management, especially a procurement documentation, applied at construction site. Construction waste management is also need to be cultivated in every construction sector. These are among the vital approach for a sustainable construction to be achieved. Among the best practice that was applied by this contractor are by storing construction material correctly, hiring trained or qualified equipment operator, and updating drawing on specification promptly for design changes to minimize construction waste. Okay, even though it shows that this practice is of the practice that is not popular in Kuching is regarding the reuse of the material. This is because it is not popular among the developer because they prefer offsite construction, offsite fabrication. Okay, offsite fabrication refers to a process of assembling part or item at a location away from the project site due to cost, tooling, or space restriction. So they make the like building structure at other site and then bring to the construction site. Okay, construction waste is unavoidable in this industry, but it can be reduced. The idea of how the developer process the construction waste generated are not investigated in this study, but it is suggested that future studies should include this question to investigate more about the construction waste management in this area. This study is important as it can bring ideas of improvement and practitioners will have better understanding and awareness regarding the issue. Proper construction waste management will help in improving the construction waste performance, moreover reduce the environmental problem caused by the construction sector, and also promotes a better understanding regarding issues in environment, social, and economy. That's all from me, and thank you.